podcast.
Although I think first episode we get monetized, the first 30 seconds is going to be nothing but swearing.
Yeah, it would be funny.
It's just, people turn it on, it's just, beep. You just see you sitting there going,
Yeah. Stop.
kiss your mother with that mouth?
Right.
Oh, well, welcome back. Oh, you
Yeah.
did hit record?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, but yeah.
Let's check,
I
goddamn it.
have checked. It's got the little REC. That red. Lights red.
Welcome back to Misguided podcast, where we have agreed to stop swearing quite so much. I think we're only up to 3 in the first 10 seconds, and they're all you. Ha!
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the problem.
I'm the
I'm just part of it,
Yes.
and I'm not willing to learn.
Top contributor.
Yeah, welcome back to Misguided podcast. That's Brad.
I'm Brad, and that's Dan.
Yeah, that's me, and I'm miserable, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's new?
You know what?
Hi, I'm Dan.
Pineapple you.
Pineapple you.
Yeah. No, you want
What's pineapple?
you want to censor me? I'll censor myself. It won't make sense.
I'm going to beep it anyway. I'm going to throw a beep in there.
Pineapple on pizza myself.
Saying kill yourself?
No,
Why not?
don't say that.
You can say that.
Ah,
Kill
you
yourself.
can't say anything anymore.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you know why they started saying like porn and corn instead of porn and unalived and shit?
Because no one wants to take responsibility for the things that they're really saying.
No, because they were trying to push it all to a younger audience.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you'd think
Yeah,
that
you can-
people making porn would want to hook them young.
You know, when the ones interviewing all the porn stars and shit.
Oh,
Because when they're talking
what
about
do you
it,
want to listen to what they have to say? They have
No
nothing.
one
They have
does.
nothing to contribute.
No, but they want to try to open their audience up so they can...
Hey, we all
Get more
tried
views.
Mia Khalifa. It didn't work out. All right, just whoa.
Right.
And hey, that's enough. Well, it's just... no, I'm miserable because we have our movie premiere tomorrow.
Yeah.
And now I seem to have evolved into a person who gets really stressed out when I have anything to do that isn't sit on my couch and shoot things. Video game shoot things. I'm not sitting there just taking aim at people walking down the street,
Right.
no matter how much we might like to. Especially people who don't indicate. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's
No,
the worst.
I would do a list of people that I think should be, but it'd be too long. We'd be here all night, and I probably would, have to come back tomorrow and get all the ones I missed.
Yeah.
I feel like there's, a lot of, we're a bit top heavy on planet Earth. You know what I mean? I think we could just drop a few at the top. Yeah, just,
For sure.
wipe them out, steal their assets. Well, it's not stealing if they're wiped out. It's appropriation.
Yeah.
Yes, we live in a country where the government has actively sold out everyone under the age of 50 and anyone under the income level of 50 grand a year. We've basically been sold out
Why?
because you can't vote for any of these people. They're all insane.
But why are we sold out?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, to borrow a politician's turn of phrase, the answer to that is quite complex.
Yeah.
It's basically a threefold fisting of uncapped immigration, no infrastructure investment, and a wage-based economy that is always in the employer's favor, right? And then on top of those things, you've got the fact that anyone that owns land now is a multimillionaire for no reason apart from they happen to own a house.
Well,
Pigeon Post taught me this.
the infrastructure thing's being changed.
A landlord, a house is not a legitimate business. It's not a legitimate business.
No, but
and being a
flipping
landlord in
houses
New
are.
Zealand is heavily subsidised by the government anyway because of something called the accommodation supplement. Which
Yeah.
almost over 50% of all working Kiwis get this. Which meaning, as soon as the accommodation supplement became commonplace, rents went up. Because, of course, rents went up. Because half the people who own the houses that the rents went up in are politicians who made those rules. This is Labour. They're all as bad as each other. You can't trust any of them. You literally, vote for me next year. I'm going to run. And I don't know what the party's going to be called, and I have no idea what the policies will be. I just want an opportunity to sit in a room with these people in front of an audience and go, listen here, Captain Bunty. trying so hard not to swear now. It's ridiculous.
It's Bunty.
What does it rhyme with? Use your imagination. Do you have one of those?
Hunty. Numpty. Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty. Luxton. There we go. I got it. I got there.
You need to have a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men won't be able to find Brad again.
Because Dan has eaten me.
What would be the point? I get more meat off a stick of jerky than you.
You get high as fuck.
You'd be like chewing on a kangaroo, just all gristle and muscle and just ugh.
That'd be good. They eat kangaroo.
I taste like a meat pie.
You taste like fat.
Potato top. Like, here's the potato.
Oh, no, that's pus.
No, it's cheese.
Cheese. No, wrong again. That's pus.
Oh, well, beggars can't be choosers. We're all going to be beggars here. Anyway, it's just, it's a bad time to be a New Zealander, especially if you're not one that comes from a family with money, because you are f***ed and you're trapped here. That's why do you think 150,000 Kiwis have left in the last 2 years? That's not an accident. And it's not, and I'll tell you what, it ain't the flimming house down the road where all they do is pull their benefit money and drink for 4 days of the week. It ain't them leaving to go to Australia, because they'd be swiftly sent back. Thanks for that too, Australia. You dumping all your trash on us.
But then it's still more expensive to live in Australia.
Yeah, but you get paid more, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. And house prices are higher. Like, I don't know what the point is. It's just because
I don't know what the point is either, but you know what?
They've just...
I am sick and tired of well-to-do white women in Parliament getting on TV and telling me I need to do more. I need to get a job. All they're pushing this shit at the moment is you need to be a wage slave. That's your responsibility.
Let's have a look.
Louise Upston, the woman who's never had a job in her life.
Shush.
What?
Shush.
Why are you going to shush?
Because
why?
I'm going to show you that's Pati Maori people.
Okay, but that I was shitting on Louise Upston.
I don't know who that is.
She's the MP for Taupo. She's a bitch. She's the one that wants to put, make beneficiaries do 5 hours a week of community service if they don't look for a job. Because nothing allows you to look for a job like stealing 10 hours of your week. They say 5 hours, but it'll be 10 hours by the time you travel there and back. Make arrangements. These people are idiots.
No. There's a psychological...
We're going to save money on government by doubling the government department's workload and halving their staff.
They're making you hate being unemployed is what they're doing.
It's not working.
Yeah, isn't it?
I hate being employed more because of my ADHD, and you know this, Brad. Brad knows this very well. I'm a lot. I'm a hard person to be around a lot because I have days where I'm a completely unreasonable and I can't control that. Like, there's no meditation, there's no predicting when those days will happen.
Skill issue.
Well, you know what? And 1v1 me, bro.
Yeah, bring it.
On Fortnite, I'll waste you.
When we vote me Variant, when we vote Fortnite. You ever see that cunt?
So meet me on GTA. We'll go in the back alleys, my bro. Nah.
Make me blow you.
I'm not supposed to be swearing. Where am I supposed to go when you put me in that box? Huh? There's no way.
Swear.
There's no way
I
out.
just have to beep it. Beep it and it's way funnier.
Yeah, you're a crank when you have to work harder.
I'm not. I'm crank when I don't have anything to do.
But yeah, like forcing me into a job, is gonna mean that I'm going to end up getting fired from that job, like I have the other 25 jobs I've had.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
It's because you keep getting kicked by horses.
I've hardly ever been kicked by a horse.
Hardly ever.
What do you mean? I've never been kicked badly.
Yeah.
Like I've copped a couple of kicks that gave me really nasty bruises.
Yeah.
But I've never had my skin split open by a kick because I'm not a tard who stands where a horse can belt me whenever it wants.
At the very edge of the kick.
Yeah, no, I've never, and they've never caught me. I've had horses try, but they've just thrown me because I'm so close to them or I'm in the right spot to step out of the way.
Have you had one try you?
Yes, more than once.
Really?
Yeah, it's normally yearling colts when they're doing yearling prep for going up to the sales, and because you tie them up and you start brushing them, and they're sitting there and they're going, "Oh, it's really hot, man. That guy rubbing my neck feels good. Come here."
I just want to bite.
It's quite frightening because if that's what they'll do. They'll jump on you and then they'll bite you to try and hold you in place.
Yeah.
I've luckily I've seen the four legs right above me and gone, "Ugh." Like, I'm a big dude, but my reflexes kick in like a Jedi when I'm in serious danger. Like, all of a sudden I can move in a way my body can't support.
Right.
I remember once I dodged a fucking wasp coming at my face like Neo, and it actually injured my back because of the way I threw myself backwards to fucking avoid it.
That is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it was, it's like I used to say if I was out in a boat fishing, I'm so scared of sharks, you'll see Jesus running across the water because I'll just be, I'm not going in.
Right.
Nah. I'll be like when I went to bloody Popeyes last week. Popeyes, you had 2 chances, you blown them both.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even given them a first chance.
First time I went there, ordered a chicken. They only have 2 burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken sandwich and a chicken sandwich deluxe. First time I ordered chicken sandwich deluxe, got chicken sandwich. We had to stand in line to get in, so I wasn't going back to try and get my bacon and cheese.
It's ridiculous.
So me and June go there last week, sit in the drive-thru for 25 odd minutes. Now, if you go to McDonald's, if you go to KFC, you go to any fast food restaurant with a drive-thru in New Zealand, if they've run out of something, these people are smart enough to know that if you put a sign on the ordering board saying we're out of this, people, even if they're annoyed, are less likely to like get the shits.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to order, right? I sit there 20 minutes, I go to order. Oh, so we're not doing deluxe chicken sandwiches because we've run out of cheese, bacon, and lettuce.
The 3 things.
I may or may not have created what is known on the streets as a scene. Because I just went, how do you not have those things?
You're in a 25-minute wait.
How do you, I said, first of all, how do you not have those things? And second of all, why didn't you put a sign out the front so I didn't line up to get that?
Yeah.
And he's like, we didn't have the time. I was like, do you have the time to like tie a rope in a noose?
Nah.
Maybe you should do that instead. And then he's like, what would you like? I was like, nah, nothing. F you. And he put the window up. June's like, just order something. No, I was like, nah.
Nothing to order.
There's nothing to order.
Yeah.
What are we going to order? Chicken that's worse than KFC's?
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We went to KFC.
Nice.
Fuck you, Papa. Like, this is what I hate about these American restaurants that come here and try to treat us like Americans, you know? Docile sheep that just take what they're given.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not. Nah, and like, there's a lot of
sauce.
there were a lot of. I even heard one lady say, "Oh, doctor, did you tell him to kill himself? That's bloody there." I was like, "Shut up."
Didn't really mean it. I'm just hungry.
You don't with me when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You never come between the red eye and his food.
The chicken.
Especially like because I
tendies.
really wanted to try that burger with chicken, with the lettuce, the cheese, and the bacon.
Yeah.
So at that point, I wasn't going to give them money. And you know what? Gumdrops missed out because of them. Because we were going to go to Gumdrops after. Have you seen Gumdrops?
No.
It's a little drive-through place. Drive-through desserts in Te Rapa Strait. You just
Oh,
drive
yeah.
up there and, oh my God, the cheesecake, bro. Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
Wonderful. They've got a drive-through Starbucks next to Popeyes now.
Yeah, gross.
June wanted to go there. I was like,
Starbucks is a horrible
I don't know.
place.
I'm fairly impartial to their mocha frappes.
Yeah.
I
not
really
coffee.
do love a mocha frappe. I'll sit there and just, I won't even come up for breath.
If it's at like an ice cream place, yeah. Fucking.
But it's
I
like
just hate.
the foam on the top's the worst part 'cause it's like when you eat a double down. You don't regret it while you're doing it. But as soon as you're finished, you're like, oh, do I just hate myself? Like, that seems like abuse because you can feel the sugar just through your fucking body.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Starbucks because it's all just so much sugar.
I tell you what,
I just
though,
like black
mocha
coffee.
frappe on a hot day. Oh, mother's milk.
Boss coffee in a can, cold day.
Blech.
Oh, so good.
Who can drink coffee cold?
Me.
Ooh.
Go cold brew.
Ooh,
You
the only coffee that
Philistine.
can be drunk cold is mocha.
It's not coffee.
Yes, it is.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate and coffee.
It's chocolate.
It's not. It's chocolate and coffee.
Barely.
No, it's chocolate and coffee. It's all the benefits of coffee with none of the drawbacks, like the taste.
May as well just drink Primo.
Okay, listen. Let's not say things we can't take back.
Primo is good. Not as good as Nippies. Nippies was my jam.
Nippies, yeah. Even Madman swears by Nippies
Yeah,
too.
that's the like they don't even change their.
They haven't changed their
packaging.
packaging in 40 years because they don't need to.
No, you don't need to.
And if you're annoyed with all the beeping, write an email to YouTube. I don't care.
Keep fucking hitting.
That's a short
That's short.
pause. Okay, so you. Oh yes. Now, little.
You said pause. Like, am I?
Yeah. Okay. No.
Okay.
Little, that's a thing we do in the business to give you a place in editing, so you know. Oh, this is where I cut it.
Okay, you can mark out my job for me.
That's what I thought it was.
No, now I've got to cut all this out.
That's what other YouTubers. I'm just copying what everyone else does. I'm a truest comedian. I'm not doing anything original. I'm just emulating things I thought were good.
Art imitates life.
Yes. Look, I have 16 builds on the Division, 4 of which can solo. 4? What the hell is wrong with me?
We're in a matrix.
Andrew Tate appears as a hologram. You finally realize the truth. No! I didn't. Yeah, so a little preamble. There's 3 people in this interview. I made it a grand total of 4 minutes in before I turned it off because I got told to turn it off because June got mad at me for yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
I was so angry. I was like, I can't remember the scene, but it was a scene from a movie where the guy's like, what, you're gonna fucking cry now? Like that's what, I was so angry at them. After all this militant horse shit they're peddling, all this dangerous rhetoric they're thing, and then they get in this room, and I can't believe the bloody journalist is so much of a soft cuck that oh my God. You know, Tova O'Brien tricked that poor bugger, I forget his name now, the one that used to be a national and then he left. He kind of looks like Bashar al-Assad, but not really.
I don't remember.
And they brought him in the day after the election, and she just was like slamming him in this interview.
Yeah.
Like being really vicious to a guy. A guy just lost his job, and you're just... Tova O'Brien, me and Andrea Vance, we're the only women that have any brains in this country.
Adrian Vance, was she the one that wrote the C word?
Oh, that pissed me off so much since that happened, and not because of the word, because of the fucking litany of irresponsible shits in the New Zealand media that have been saying the C word. To quote Louis C.K., take some responsibility and say it. When you say the C word, you're just putting the word in everyone's head.
Yeah.
Fuck you, the C word. Are we all babies? They're words. We made them up. Goodness gracious, the way people are with language is so bloody infantile. It makes me sick. It makes you want to puke in your soup. Anyway, so yeah, I couldn't watch this whole thing because it was disgraceful. Yeah. Let's have a lookie.
Yeah, so they ended up with a 21-day suspension for the haka stuff?
For the haka, yep. The young chick only got 7 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she said sorry. She said sorry, she put the speaker in that position, and that was enough to get her... I mean, at the end of the day, they all wanted to appear they were punishing them, but this is all a racket. This is like wrestlers. They're not actually fighting. This is all a show to convince you that they're doing their job while they waste obscene amounts of money on nothing, including the on the left and here who, to date this year, has already spent $40,000 on private travel.
And self-tanning.
And no, we've spent that money on her to privately travel.
She was going every Thursday to the tanning booth.
Yep.
You hear about that as well?
Yep. Yeah, because, nothing says I'm secure in my race like having to appear darker for everyone.
Yeah. Well, it happens when you're Irish.
Yeah, and
you're kind of white.
And this guy, I don't get it. It's like his face. You see how he whitens in the middle of his face outwards? That's what, I'm against colonialism, but I'm wearing a white man's shirt and a white man's hat and a white man's glasses and a white man's boots.
The colonial uniform.
You are the colonial settler, Rawati.
That's a Southern governor's uniform.
I want to see something more offensive to call him, like Richard.
You need to make it like
Richard
Southern.
Wilson. Hey, Richard Wilson! I give you a white name. How do you like that?
Yeah. What is his name again?
Rawati.
And
I'm not even. And yes, I'm pronouncing that poorly on purpose. He's not. He has no mana. He has no tikanga. He has no kaitiaki. Him.
All right, let's have a look at their response to their 21-day suspension from Parliament.
Elect me to Parliament, you get to see me roast this cunt.
Your reaction to the decision of the Privileges Committee and suspending you both for 21 days.
So white.
So harmful.
Yeah, you think they'd put like a yellow light on them so they didn't look whiter?
So many of our people.
Someone in the hui is trolling.
Yeah.
I think about
What's this? What?
Oh, I can't get
Oh,
the words
the
out.
pre-cringe was bad, but the actual cringe is just worse.
Oh, comfort.
Oh, what are you crying for? You were waving your hand like this at people and calling them evil.
Yeah.
You were all brave then.
Yeah.
What's making you cry? The loss of 3 weeks' wages, which is about 15 grand on what they get paid.
Right.
These people are scum.
Acting like that.
Honestly, if this country had any spine, she hadn't made me go through those terms. I was about to say, if this country had no spine, we would just. But that'll be a call to violence.
Yeah, it would be.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely don't have these people. Definitely don't them.
Yeah.
If you are going to, just them, not their families. Be reasonable. If you're going to do terrorism, draw a line somewhere. Don't be like the Israelis and indiscriminately kill hundreds of people to maybe get one guy.
Yeah.
That's a hammer. That's a hammer approach. When only tool you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. I'm just saying, look, people die mindlessly in accidents in this country all the time, but never the ones you want.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's never going to roll an ATV into a septic tank and drown.
Nah.
No, he's never going to let a tractor roll it, pin him up against a gate and slowly crush him to death. He's never going to give us the satisfaction we deserve at having to watch him... I don't know what he paid for those acting classes. It wasn't enough. Because me, no one bought this. The only people who support this are the people who are so ideologically bought into their premise. What are they going to do?
Yeah. They can't get out of it.
You people are all going to end up lined up against a wall and shot. That's the thing they want.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They're just dumb enough to think they're going to come out on the winning side of that. They won't. We're the undisputed we're the undisputed champions of the world
Yeah.
at winning conflicts.
Yeah.
There's more of us. We're resistant to all the diseases. Red meat doesn't make us die 10 years younger for no reason anyone can find out.
It's like, was it Tim Dillon? He's just like, we are cis white males. We always win.
Always.
Always win.
Always. You can't outbreed us.
Yeah.
You can't outthink us. And you sure as shit can't outfight us.
Right.
You can't fight a people whose mentality is as long as I take 2 or 3 with me, win.
Yeah. All right.
Not like those silly Arab people who Allah. Maybe the bomb goes off too early. Imagine being a failed suicide bomber. How much does that suck?
Right.
And the people who have entrusted us to be here.
Who are they?
Yeah.
Who the is dumb enough to entrust him with anything?
The country loves my haka.
Look how white she is.
No. Okay.
Look how
Brad.
white she is.
Okay.
It's
Look,
so
I feel
white.
like you're trying very hard to pick on her, and I'm trying very hard to pick on him.
Yeah, it's called sharing the load.
Yeah. Okay. But Brad, now you've heard it here first. Brad is for punching women.
I'm not against
I'm for a relatively fair fight, But Brad, he wants to punch down.
Yeah, communist red.
So yeah, imagine that poor woman. She's too white to be a Maori, too brown to be a white person.
Yeah.
Getting that chin tattoo probably doesn't seem like a great idea now, doesn't it? I just fucking these people that my activist spirit. What activist? You didn't even walk in the hekoi or kakoi, as it should have been called. It's just ridiculous. The country loves my haka. I can disprove that statement in 10 seconds. Brad, are you and I of the country of New Zealand?
Yes.
Do you love his haka?
No.
Neither do I. Wrong! Wrong. You're f***ing wrong.
The world loves my haka.
No, they don't. They don't. Most of the world thought you made us look like a pack of dickheads.
They thought you were hilarious.
All my Aussie friends give me shit because we didn't put our natives down properly. Direct quote from Man. At least we put our darkies down right. Yeah. Like, dude, what are you talking about?
Top contributor, by the way.
Argue with him in the comments. Engagement.
Engagement.
Baiting.
Gay.
This is a guy who loves nothing more in life than to be an asshole to people too. You cannot win.
Feels like they don't love me. And that's they love my reo.
No, we don't love you. And we don't love your reo. And we don't aroha you. You're a... Oh my God, that whole thing and it goes longer than that. The actual interview is nearly 20 minutes long, and it's 4 minutes, and I was livid. I just wanted to jump into the TV and strangle them both, one in each hand. Just, what is wrong with you?
Fucking getting all rocked.
Your party was started by Peter Sharples and Tariana Turia, two people who quite rightly assumed they could achieve more for their people by working within the system. And they did. And they created a platform that you and Te Ururoa Flavel drove into the ground because you all listened to that small-faced, having little tadpole John Tamahere. These people are whiter than me.
Yeah.
They have all this shit locked up in trusts. They have no real money of their own, but they own all these nice cars and nice houses. But you couldn't take anything off them or make them responsible for anything they've done because everything's locked up in a trust.
Yeah.
I can't lock my house up in a trust, mainly because it belongs to the government.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just sell it anyway, see what happens. I go to jail for 100 years because the only thing you get punished for in this country is stealing money from the government. That's why if you take 10 oversized power, you would get the same jail sentence as if you beat a child to death.
Yeah, there's power though.
This is not the time to play devil's advocate, Brad. I'm gonna fire out. But
I'm just for conserving our natural resources.
Are children not natural resources? They're the future.
If slave labor, like in China, sure, but dogs are the future as well. It's something bright.
Put me back in the fridge. Thaw me out when people have evolved past this idiot stage we're in, where this dickhead thinks China would be better.
I didn't say better. I just said that's where the kid's future is. If it's the future,
But that's what I mean. Like that's
their resources.
fact check
children.
me, internet. That's true. What I just said is not a joke. It's not hyperbole.
What'd you say?
That you get comparable prison sentences for stealing shellfish as you do for killing kids. That's this country a lot of it's a sham, and not because of the things that we're not pretending to be beautiful and clean
I'm pretty
and green.
sure it's not going to be the same. Fines can range from $1,000 to $20,000. You can seize all their fishing gear.
Yeah, they haven't made 10 seasons of the fisheries police show, like off not imprisoning people. Like I've seen them give out prison sentences.
Imprisonment can also be imposed under the Crimes Act.
Yeah, if the value of stolen shellfish exceeds $500, do you know how much Parva's worth?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. You take 10 are undersized or take 10 more than the limit, and you're basically taking enough for them to put you in jail for 3 years.
So if it's extra large ones, some special ones,
That's a species.
yeah, generally about $10.
Yeah, but if, like I say, if you took 10 of the 130 ones, that's $1,300. That's enough to put you in jail for theft as well.
Yeah.
Oh, this is wonderful. What an
You
uplifting
said you can look
podcast.
it up.
Well,
No
no, I
one's
was
gonna look it
hoping,
up, so
I was
I'm gonna
hoping to
check it.
fucking cause people to go and do stuff when they're watching it.
No, they have to pay attention.
I didn't say, hey, fingers, look this up. But I've seen these
So
prisons.
it's about a decade for killing a kid.
No, it's not. Fuck's sake. These are not. They're hardly ever given a decade.
Oh, it's
and even
under-
if they
it's
are,
under
they
the
get
age
out
of
in 2
10.
years.
Under the age of 10 years.
This country kills more people kill kids in this country than almost anywhere else in the world. It averages out at about 3 a week. That's how many kids are killed in this country by their own family every year. You don't hear about most of them.
No, of course
It's
not.
fucking disgusting.
No, you
We
gotta-
should hear about all of them. We should be getting slammed in the face with it until it's fixed.
Yeah, but if they put that on the news, people stop watching.
They stopped watching years ago. They might start watching if things that mattered actually fucking happened.
Yeah, but they got to run old mate on the farm with his new fucking corn that he's done some crazy with.
I have no idea what the you're talking about, eh?
There's very mixed messages here.
Yeah, oh, Christ, I'm a creature of chaos, and even I'm going, this is confusing and strange.
Right. You see that though?
You can't call anyone a blank eater or muncher anymore. A sausage eater. Is that him calling him a fajo?
I think so, but
Is that him calling him a dick cocksucker?
maybe.
Oh no! Winston, you're better than that. Hey, couldn't you have called him a butt burglar or something like that? Something that was both more succinct and less offensive. You know what I mean? Sausage eater. Why don't you just call him a fucking weenie gobbler?
Weenie gobbler. It sounds like something out of Harry Potter.
Sounds like something that lives at Donald Trump's house.
Ooh.
The weenie gobbler. It's just Snooky. Snooky one. Smush, smush. Oh, God.
Look at the chaos.
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
been a week of these retards, hasn't it? It's really been a week of these retards. You thought I only had one thing to get wound up about New Zealand politics. Well, I've got a treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. Answer to the question, what would a tampon look like if it was rolled in the dirt and then grew into a person? Chloe Swarbrick. Probably paints with her own...
pubes.
Fuck's sake. I was going to say period blood, but somehow pubes is worse.
Yeah.
Period blood.
Harry Blood and pubes.
The brush is made. Stop it!
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
I'm getting all the pictures!
Curly brush.
Oh, God, this woman's an insufferable
Will
twat.
reduce crime. So we're focused on actually...
And the worst part is, like, she's Occam's razor made real. She's so dumb, she's no way she comports herself with all the confidence of a smart person. She is retard. And the people in Central Auckland that voted for her are also retard.
Yeah.
You're all idiots.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I've been grappling with this issue of like, how can I call people idiots for voting for anyone when all the options suck? All of them.
Yeah.
When the hell have you ever been given an option in this country either between people who spend way too much and care about the wrong things or people who pretend they're spending less while spending more while actually just everyone in the ass that isn't a multimillionaire? How can you... What's the choice? New Zealand first?
Yeah.
They're just going to do the same things National do, but tell you to get fucked while they do it.
Yeah, and that's... I'm
Shane
all for
Jones,
that.
that's where he lost me, actually. It just reminded me. He said on the news, oh, look, there's thousands of Kiwi, so implying that who cares if we kill a few hundred building a road? Because they removed the right to prosecute contractors that kill native animals when building things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So and he actually said, oh, look, people don't care. There's thousands of Kiwi. They're critically endangered, you dopey fuck. You know, like the direct sense of direction in your right eye. Critically endangered. Stop drinking, Shane.
Yeah, well...
You're going to go up in a cloud of smoke.
Well, they should be checking the area for that stuff anyway before they decide to do all that.
It's the backhanded, like, it's the way he turned his head and was like, oh, there's heaps of Kiwi. Dude, this country was run into the dirt by idiots who think like that. Lazy dumb shits who put one thing in front of everything else. You can do both. Just takes a little effort, and it takes for greedy little bureaucrats not everything up by muddying up the system.
Takes money. Anyway.
Fucking Christ, man. And what happens if we wipe that bird out, too? Are we Kiwis then?
Nothing.
No, because now we're a fruit. It's not even from here. It's from
it's
South
China.
America.
China.
What?
The kiwi fruit.
Oh, I'm thinking of the kumara.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's funny. I didn't know that.
Kumara.
I thought it was from
the
like-
potato. So shit, even the ocean wouldn't eat it.
But you can charge so much more for it.
I don't even like it. Kumara's nasty.
I don't mind it roast, but I don't like kumara fries and shit. They've been deep fryer.
I just don't like
Yeah.
kumara. I think it's like a pumpkin-y potato.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
and I don't like pumpkin. I can't even say it properly.
No, you can't.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Anyway, let's have a look at the Greens' plan to destroy them.
Oh, yes. This mustachio twirling
actually have to
bitch.
release people from prison.
There are changes absolutely that need to be interrogated around, for example, the fact that around half of the prisoners currently held in prison are held on remand.
So 1,100 prisoners are going to be released. Will they
Does
include
anyone
violent
need
prisoners?
remand explained, do you think? You know what remand is? Because most of it, I mean, the British people watching know what remand is.
Yeah.
You'd call, in America, you'd call that going to county. So bond.
It's not real
You'd be-
prison. It's jail.
Yeah. You're there while you wait to get sent to jail.
Yeah.
There, that's what that is. Oh, half of them are on remand. Yes. I can't wait for her to not fucking address why that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking dumb. She thinks just let them be free. They won't immediately go out and commit crimes. Half of these was sent here from Australia after Australia turned them into seriously violent criminals.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they are going to, and yeah, because Kiwis are so accepting of convicted criminals. That's why they definitely aren't forced back into crime, because no one will give them a job or a house or a chance.
Yeah.
Of course these fail. They're so hard for them to get a second chance. And some of them are just dumb shits who...
They had their chance, now they're in prison.
Yeah, but I think once you've done that, up to a certain point of crime, like if you murder someone, you go to jail. If you rape someone, you go to jail. If you diddle kids, go to the wood chipper. I don't even see the point in keeping you alive. You should be removed from the gene pool immediately. Benjamin Doyle. But if you sold weed, you shouldn't even go to jail.
No.
They should find a way to put you to work. Here, why don't we put you on a course for horticulture?
Community service.
You're obviously very good at growing things.
Yeah.
Lots of things need to be grown.
We'll just legalize it.
Or you could just, yeah, well, fuck me. I can't believe it. Why is it not legalized? It's just ridiculous. It's because you've got too many dickheads like the Bish.
Yeah, even though you...
Oh, Simon Bishop. Oh, I'm not relaxing truck laws. Yes, because you look like you're such a fun fucking guy.
Because the government can make money off it while it's still illegal. Because you can get a med cert for it very easily. Like you just go onto the website and talk to a person and tell them you can't sleep and you get weed. You get a medical cert for it. But then you have to pay...
That wouldn't work with...
No, but then you have to pay like $400 for an ounce of okay weed.
It's not completely unreasonable.
Yeah, but it's still shit.
Yeah, it's still not the greatest.
But then you can get like edibles and drops and shit as well.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It should just be legal. I can't believe we live in a country where they'll sell you cigarettes and they'll sell you alcohol and they'll sell you energy drinks, but they won't sell you weed.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that drug dealers should go to jail. They're entrepreneurs. They're running a small business. They're the sorts of people we need to build this country. You just need to get them to, woe and hey on the whole, getting people hooked and then standing them over and forcing them into crime. But that's all coming from the cartels who are just charging us through the ass for this shit.
Yeah.
New Zealanders pay the highest price of in the world.
Yeah, because it takes so long to get here.
But by a ridiculous margin.
Yeah. But in saying that, it's not that shitty cocaine that they get in the States for like a couple bucks.
But
$10.
fire's fire.
Yeah, it's still.
And have you ever had
No, I don't.
Then how do you know
try
it's
that.
shit?
'Cause
Might be fucking awesome.
It's cocaine and water.
That's
not water,
two very
but-
good things that got together to do a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said you can make that shit by putting stuff in a plastic bottle and shaking it up. Now you get dried out. You've got... That seems convenient.
Yeah.
I've never seen a drug lab you can put in a backpack. Far out. But yeah, like, and people like who commit fraud and embezzlement, white collar crimes, they shouldn't even be in jail. We've got enough violent assholes that need to be locked up who aren't.
Yeah.
Hell.
Can't find it. So yeah, she wants to close prisons
Yes.
to
The Greens
save money.
are socialists who have no idea how money is made or how it is spent. They are idiots. They are literally idiots. And again, they're just like the Maori Party. That party was started by much better, much smarter people who had an actual set of principles, and like everything, it's been slowly poisoned and co-opted by university dreck.
Yeah.
These people who are completely useless to the world. They spent 4 years getting a Bachelor of whatever.
Yeah. Well, apparently she's
Bachelor in Business Studies, and now they work at a
she's-
petrol station and they're mad.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you think? You went into a field that's completely useless, that provides nothing to the world.
Yeah. So yeah, Greens want to get $88 billion of debt. And so shutting the prisons down is part of trying to pay that debt back. This is where it's all coming from.
So, yeah, but when those prisoners start killing your other taxpayers, that's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
gonna that's gonna f up your little plan, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's probably
What are you
something
gonna
the
do? Just
country-
let people kill people and then let them out?
Apparently,
I
yeah.
mean, it's gonna be a very aggressive population control policy. I think.
Yeah,
They-
well, that was their whole thing running, right? It was like, it's reform. We need reform, not punishment.
oh well, if you do that, then we all get guns.
Yeah, 100%. But they don't want. But they want to take the guns away.
Blah blah. Me and Brad will be rolling through the hood of Te Aroha. Blah, blah.
Crime's fucking up here. We had 2 ram raids last week.
You remember, like,
And,
only 5 years ago, you never saw these concrete bollards or fog machines. And now they're everywhere.
Every dairy around here now has a cage at the door.
Yeah.
It's
The poor,
insane.
and listen, I say a lot of things about Indian immigrants, but me, a lot of them come here and they try real hard and they buy these businesses. They're trying their ass off.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, I wish they would go back to their shithole country so we could have more stuff for us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would never kick them out or force them out or take their shit or I would never treat them the way they're being treated by the people doing the ram raids. And again, you've got to look at why the fucking ram raids are even happening. Why are they happening? Because their government artificially inflated the price of cigarettes and made them worth stealing. Cigarettes 20 years ago cost $5 for a packet of 20s.
I'm pretty sure it's their upbringing.
Yeah, but that's
you're
the
not
thing.
going out stealing, ram raiding
No one used to
cigarettes.
steal cigarettes. No one, because that's aggravated robbery, right? Criminals, this is how, I grew up around a lot of criminals. Brad, you grew up with a cop for a dad, so you probably don't know this.
I rebelled,
Most
so
of them-
I had all the criminals also.
Most of them are
I can call a
fairly,
gang member right now.
they're-
Like, yeah, we're being honest.
Okay, but I'm saying most of them are in possession of a fairly solid cunning where what they do is in proportion to the risk involved. You were never going to ram raid a dairy in 2008 because the prison sentence you get if caught will outstrip the possible benefits. Now, you ram raid and steal a couple of thousand packets of cigarettes, that's fucking 40 grand. That used to be less than 10.
Yeah.
Even if that. And cigarettes were so cheap, no one would buy them off someone. Why would you bother when you could just go down the dairy and get a packet for $5? Yeah.
So the ram
Winston
raiding
said he was going to fix that. He's done nothing.
Dude probably has his own cigarette.
Probably has fucking
making-
shares in Philip Morris, the corrupt old bastard. Ooh, you old Coomera. I've been nice to you before. That's over. You and all of yours. You.
But-
2026, Dan's coming.
But there's no excuse for ram raids. There's no excuse for up somebody's building business.
We'll
It
call
doesn't
it-
matter what the price is. Like, they're doing it so they can have them and sell them and make their own money.
Yeah.
And they can actually go get a job. They could. Anyone.
Oh, yeah, anyone could, but have you ever tried to get a job when no one wants to give you one?
No.
No.
No,
Well,
every job I haven't got. Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, no, fuck, man. The government knew this was what would happen.
Yeah, it's
They
part of the
fucking
whole
knew when they put the prices up, this is what would happen.
Yeah.
Because it's happened in every other country where sin taxes have been implemented.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't work. And are they standing there taking any responsibility for what they've done? No.
It's the communist thing, right?
They're
You
not
get people to depend on the government.
They're not even protecting the people that voted them in. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll give you fog cannons and bollards. Here's an idea. Why don't you send the 501ks back? Let's start that.
Give them guns.
Yeah, or let them fucking shoot these guys.
Shoot them on
I
spot.
tell you what, ram raids would slow down if you knew there was automatic weapons
All
under the
crime
counter.
would fucking stop.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't take that long. What happened? Oh no. Crisis averted. But yeah, they created it's like game developers creating a problem then selling you the solution. It's the same bloody scam.
Yeah.
They created the problem and now they stand back and go, oh, the criminals. I've got a little bit more empathy for the criminals because a lot of these people have nothing, have never had nothing, and have not had the start in life you and I had. They just haven't. And to think that they should just get a job is the laziest and most brutal fucking thing you could say to them. No, it is. Because you're expecting them to buy into a system that has treated them like dirt their entire existence.
I expect them to not get in the system, find their own way. If you don't like something, you change it yourself. You don't sit there and complain.
Okay, they didn't like that the dairy wouldn't give them free cigarettes, so they changed the front of the dairy and took them. There.
Fine, that works. But higher punishment, get rid of cigarettes.
Either get rid of... I honestly wish they'd just ban them.
Yeah.
Because if they banned them, I'd have no choice but to quit.
Yeah.
I can quit until I've got money.
Yeah.
Because they're everywhere, and I wish I didn't. I love them. I love them. They stop me from eating too much. They calm me down, which is weird because they're a stimulant. Well, then again, stimulants calm me down.
Yeah.
Which is, what a weird fucking thing ADHD is. Huh. How do we slow this down? Let's pour more gasoline on this fire and, oh, look, it's burning slower. Weird. But yeah, them.
Yeah, let's look at this. This explains it a bit more.
Yeah.
Chloe Swarbrick likes to speak like she's very intelligent, but when you listen closely to the words that she says, it is absolutely garbage. Greens just came out with their budget policy, arguably the most important thing that any political party has to address the nation on. Free dental care for everyone, which does sound great in principle, and then taxing our hardworking farmers to pay for it. These are the people that feed our nation. Literally one of the most important
Actually, they feed
trades
most of the rest of the
in
world
country.
first.
And what she wants to do is wealth tax them, inheritance tax them, that they have worked hard for and passed down through generations to their family. So if the average value in this country is worth $5 million, what she said, they have to fork up a $1.5 million tax bill. And Jack asked a simple question: how are they going to find that money?
How are they going to pay a 33% tax?
Let's get the data and let's get the evidence and let's see how big of an issue this actually is.
No answer. Like, do they top
Dumbass, yeah, because farmers don't. This is the same thing they tried in the UK, and the farmers, like, their property might be worth that, but they don't have that money on them.
No.
To pay that, they'd have to sell the farm.
Yeah.
Who are they going to sell it to? Probably China.
What happens is that when they can't pay that, the government takes the farm.
Yeah, so it's just...
So they take the land.
That's just communism by stealth. Fuck off.
It's not even stealth.
I mean, it's kind of stealth.
It's open, but just...
I mean, the
blind to
F-22 is kind of stealth.
Yeah.
But it'll still sneak up on your ass. Because that's f***ing stupid. But yeah, you could tax the farmers a little harder off their profits, but only off what they earn. And that has to be done each year because a farmer's income changes depending on...
Fonterra.
All praise to the God Emperor. Fonterra.
And what's the
thing that allows a guy I know named Jacko to rise far higher in the world than his looks or ability should allow him to?
And what's the bet Schwarbeck had fucking shares in Fonterra?
She owns at least 4 properties.
Yeah. So
I saw her on the Pigeon Post list last night. She's sitting there going, oh, you know, it's all for thee and not for me bullshit.
Yeah.
She wants all this crap, but I mean, if we come for her, okay, how come the Greens never say dick about a capital gains tax anymore?
Oh, they did. Part of this.
Okay, so she's willing to pay that on all 4 of her properties.
Yeah, she doesn't know any numbers or anything. But
no, because everything she owns is locked up in a trust. Again, it allows you to own something without taking any responsibility or having any knowledge of how it works.
Yeah, you just start a business, a company.
We're going to start the Misguided Trust.
No, Misguided Limited. Yeah,
what is that?
It's a moth.
I was going to say, I heard something buzzing next to my ear before. Is there a wasp in here just fucking... Hi, shout out to the boys down at the nest.
The hive.
Yeah, we all subscribed.
Killer bees.
Fuck.
Sting, motherfucker.
You be careful. Those people are resoundingly unreasonable.
It cracks me up.
I'd rather deal with the headhunters. If you know New Zealand gang culture, you know what a statement that is.
Yeah.
I saw an AI-generated video about the headhunters the other night. It had like 20,000 views in a day. And everything in it was AI bullshit slop. Like, it didn't even tell a coherent story about the same person.
Yeah.
It changed the name 4 times while describing him. And in the comments, they were going, I actually seen him go, not a gang, motorcycle club, get with it, idiot. I was like, these people have a presence online.
Yeah.
I'm not against the gangs. If I'm elected next year, I'm gonna bring. I'm not just gonna I'm not just gonna lift the gang patch ban. I'm gonna make it mandatory. Nah. I'm gonna make it so they're not allowed to wear anything but patches. Because as long as the gang member's wearing his patch, you're safe, ladies and gentlemen. Treat them like a person. Watch how awesome they actually can be.
Just treat people like people anyway.
Yeah, but listen, that's us. We know that, but most people we know don't treat them that way. You've seen white people.
You don't even know many people.
Yeah, I do. I know heaps of people.
Name them.
People?
Who else?
People down the road? They're everywhere. I see them all the time. But, like, I mean, I've been around white people that do that whole, oh, look, here comes a Maori.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this face tattoo. Like, it's this weird thing where they let the gang members' intimidation value work.
Yeah.
Because an gang member's intimidation value is all surface level.
Yeah.
And this is a controversial take. I have met 3 gang members in my life who could f me up in a fight one-on-one. Every single one of the other ones I could make squeal like a pig. Everyone. You know why? Gang members don't join gangs because they're good at fighting for themselves.
They need protection.
They do it for protection in numbers. And there's a couple of guys in the Mongrel Mob Rogues who could absolutely just one-handed f me in the ass. Like, it's happening. All I get to decide is how rough it's going to be. I've met them, but most of them are pussies. They cover themselves in tattoos to make it's like a pufferfish. I'm scary. That's the whole thing is, I'm scary.
It's a tribal thing.
Yeah. I watched a guy, just a random guy who clearly had some training, fuck up 2 patched Mongrel Mob members in the main street of Huntly a couple of years ago because they didn't know how to fight and he did.
Yeah.
He knee kicked one, then liver punched the other one, and while he's going, and the other guy's dropped to one knee, shin kicks him right in the nose. Well, that's one down.
That's great.
And then proceeds to punch out the other one.
Yeah.
And this is Huntly. No one jumped in for those gang members because at the end of the day, the only people they got is each other. Because everyone will let them go first.
I bet if
everyone.
Were they wearing their patches?
They were.
If they weren't wearing their patches, they would have got help.
Yeah, if they were, because they wouldn't have seen a gang member. They would have seen
A person.
a person.
So
Again,
so they shouldn't wear their gang patches.
no, I'm saying no. I want you to see them. I want you to see them.
But then you see a gang member, not a person.
Yes, but if you fucking go and talk to a gang member, you would realize within 30 seconds they're a person.
Yeah.
Most gang members are some of the nicest, most courteous, and politest people that you'll meet. You know why? Because their whole world is built on fucking respect and being and showing fucking.
Because they get punished when they talk out of line.
Yes.
It's called conditioning.
Yes.
It's not a good.
But they're
not a
not-
good environment.
But most of them aren't just punching on for no bloody reason. They act the way they do because they're used to people just treating them like outsiders.
yeah, they grow up in gangs.
Yeah. That's why they say Sieg Heil in the Mongrel Mob. Hitler wasn't on their side at all.
It's about rebellion, right?
Although, what was it? Erwin Rommel once said, give me, I don't know if it was Erwin Rommel, but a German general did say about the Maori battalion, give me 1 division of those troops and I will conquer the entire world.
Yeah, they're a warrior tribe.
Yeah.
It's the entire
they are
blood.
a warrior people, and that's something to be celebrated. I've great reverence for warrior cultures. That's why I'll give shit to Indians all day long, but when I see a Sikh, I mind my fucking manners.
Yeah, boy.
This is the people that created their own country within a country and kept it alive for 1,000 years while even the Mongols tried to wipe them out and they turned them back.
Yeah.
How many people turned back the bloody Mongols? Fuck all. Most people had to wait till the Mongols had fucked themselves over before they were even able to.
Yeah. Well,
These cunts just met them in open battle and fucked them up.
the old Israeli army,
Ooh.
they create Krav Maga, like
Sure.
just the entire killing martial art.
Oh my goodness. I've got great respect for that. Yeah. Fuck. I think that, there's elements of that every person should, the discipline, self-control, focus, being fair and reasonable. That's all military shit.
Yeah,
That's warrior shit. That's cool.
samurai shit.
They took it a bit far.
Yeah, they got a
It's
bit out
very
of control.
stuffy and too many rituals.
Right.
But then again, hey, the world was boring when there was no internet, so you had to fill the day with something.
Yeah.
Why not have a tea ceremony that takes 4 hours? Well, you got to down to the way you turn the handle. Good grief, you had a lot of time on your hands, you people.
Yeah,
Hey, that's where you get those fucking sexy swords from.
right.
God damn, that metal's good looking. Ooh, that's my blue sky internet money goal, to actually commission and have made my own proper katana,
Yeah,
and then proceed to never ever even pull it out because those things are fucking dangerous.
pussy.
No, I'll pull it out, but
Uh,
when you're holding like a sharp one, and I have held them, you don't even want to like do practice moves fast, because when you swing that thing even like that, you hear the whistle of it cutting the ear, and you're like if I drop this on my toe, my whole toe's going to come off and I'm not even going to feel it. That's how sharp they are.
got more. It doesn't seem too bad.
Hell,
Like, if you're not going to feel
got
it.
13 because of your cousin fucking ways. I don't have spares.
11, fucking 13.
Well, I
You think
technically have 9
fucking Morrinsville?
because these two are joined together more than halfway. So
Yeah,
are they
really are.
toes or a toe? It's a Siamese toe.
It's an abomination, is what it is.
It makes me swim faster than you.
Nah, because my feet are actually kind of webbed too. but on the inside, like actual like ducks, but not like
Yeah, well, I
not
can breathe through
not
my
like a
ass.
lot.
What else you got?
Fucking weird. I breathe through the hole in my back.
Well met. So be it. Goodness gracious.
All right, should we finish this?
Yes,
off?
we should probably finish. I've held this up for quite. Oh, he's.
Hungry.
Well, I am not food. I'm a friend, not food. I bought you a pie once, but Brad complained about the farts. He was gassy.
How are they going to find 33% tax on the value of their farm? And then he goes into the free dental care.
Again, it's fantasy stuff, right? If we're 380 short, I mean, how long is it going to take to train an additional 380 dentists in New Zealand? Well, potentially decades.
It takes time, and that's why we have to start now. Again, the more that we kick this can down the road, the worse that this issue actually gets.
So if we can't keep up with the demand now,
she's
and
just in the
industry is
business of
quite
saying
expensive in this
something while
country,
saying
how
nothing,
are
isn't
they
she?
going to
Yeah.
handle it if it's free? So there's just a whole bunch of things in principle.
She's
that
been
the
in
Greens
Parliament long
Party
enough to
just
actually
do
stop the
not
can from being
think
kicked
like
if that's
at
what she
least
really
one
wanted.
other
Yeah,
step
she should pick
when
the can up.
words come out
Yeah.
of
She's
her
Green
mouth. And
Party.
on a
Why is
live
she littering?
TV show,
She'd
when
pick
you're
the
going
can
to
up
talk
and
about
then
the
put a
budget,
hole in
you
it and
know it's
smoke
all
a
gonna
fucking
be
cone
about
out of it. That's what
money.
she should
She's
do.
not prepared at all. And it just became just a silly, cringe-worthy interview. And at the end of it, she was there smiling proud, thinking that she done her and her Greens Party a favour. I'm glad they did this, because
This is
all
the same
Green
woman that
voters should
defended Patrick Boyle too, so she's clearly not intelligent.
Nah. That was a better one.
The whole world is run by idiots now. I can't believe how humanity is, how far we've fallen. Like our great grandparents would be spinning in their graves, just at what they handed us this beautiful, perfect world. Well, not perfect, far from perfect actually, but
Yeah.
they handed us this world, and in all of human history, our generation had the chance to fucking do something that's never been done before. And what did we do? We just did the same old shit, but worse. Ooh.
Great
Oh, Spider
incognito.
Noir, that's going to be cool. Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man? Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking A.
I'm in for it.
I am here for that. I'll help Nicolas Cage out of that debt trap any way I can. Please don't let that movie be a piece of shit like all the other Sony Spider-Verse movies.
We'll see who's making it, eh?
Because God, some of those they've been some of the most ghastly things ever committed to film. Craven, Madam Web.
Yeah.
And why are villains getting all their own movies? Fucking grow up, people. You're supposed to look up to the good people.
So it's what, on Amazon?
Is
So
it
it
a
must
TV
be-
show? I thought it was
It's
a movie.
probably a movie.
Oh,
Did it
Spider
say-
Noir
Prime.
series on Prime.
Oh, it is
okay.
a series. Mean. It's cool. I'd way rather it be a series.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Series get the time to do what a movie quite often fucks up
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
do. Eh?
That's cool. Can't wait. It's gonna be like
Brendan Gleeson. Is your father a ghost? Or do you converse with the Almighty? That's him, isn't it? Yeah, he was in. Wasn't he in Braveheart?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Braveheart, great movie.
To find his equal in Irishman is forced to talk to God.
Oh, great. All right.
Well, we'll wrap this up. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Push the buttons, do the things. If you've got a spare couple of coins, chuck it to us on Patreon. You know, better than giving it to Fortnite for V-Bucks or whatever it is else you spend your money on. What's the premium currency on OnlyFans?
Dollars.
Flange coins?
US.
Do you buy like a premium currency and then give them flange coins?
I don't know. But maybe we
What do you
should
mean? I
start
thought you were on. No.
I wish.
Oh, that's enough. That's enough. Push the buttons, do the things, give us internet money, or don't. If you've liked the show, give it a like. If you didn't, what the fuck are you still doing here? We'll see you next time. I keep forgetting. I've been trying to come up with a better outro. It hasn't worked yet.
Nah,
We'll get
that's
there.
all right.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Love you, Dan.
Love you too, Brad.
Bye.
Oh, that's right. That's the outro.
Podcast.